What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Snowcast Sports Talk Podcast, episode 82. Week 3
Heyo.
is in the books.
Welcome back, homies.
No Charlie this week. This should be the last week without Charlie. Charlie is on his honeymoon. Congratulations to Charlie. Me, John, and Matthew experienced him being married, so he is officially a married man. And he's enjoying a honeymoon with his new wife, so we will have him back next week. We don't have his picks. Another change, we are recording on, I guess it'll be Wednesday nights, but not, why couldn't we do this Wednesday? Matthew, you're busy. Yes.
Yeah, I have a meeting.
So with that, we're going to jump in. I have John, Matt, and Ben with me, and we are going to dig in to these scores. So currently in first place, second week in a row, John at 35. John for the week got 9 out of the 16 games right, just a little over 50% this week. Matthew, 2 games behind at 33. Matthew came in with 9 games out of 16 as well.
Differently. Oh, Browns. That's what. Oh wait, but I guess Lions.
Billy at 26 went 10 out of 16 this week. 1 game better. And then
climbing.
Ben is tied with me at 26. Ben went 10 games this week. Me and Ben proving a little bit. Charlie still 1 game out, went 10 games as well. So the 3 lower scorers all came 1 game closer. It's 1 game a week. That's how you do it here. With that, go ahead.
I just think the biggest thing that happened this week was Charlie jumped above the 50% mark, which means I no longer feel comfortable betting against Charlie.
Charlie, so all of us now are better than a coin flip. Good point, Ben. So I guess let's start with first place here. Let's start with John. John, taking a look at your schedule here. Any big things you want to discuss from your week?
Browns were a give. Silly for anyone who said Titans on that.
I think I was with you. Oh no, I said Titans. I did say Titans. Charlie and John. Nice.
Falcons played a close fight, which I predicted, but then lost. So I was a little upset watching that. But that was a pretty tight game.
I thought the Lions won. I thought the Lions won by a shitload. I thought Falcons only got 3 points.
Yeah, I think
Falcons played
I was gonna say right after they got annihilated.
Yeah, I think the Falcons played horrible. I thought it was 20-3.
Yeah, it was. The Lions, man.
Good to know.
John's slipping. John doesn't even know what he's doing anymore. John's getting too busy.
Billy, once you become a fantasy man,
A fantasy
Oh my
coach. He's a
God.
coach.
because teams don't matter. Like Bijan and Algier makes you think the Falcons are good. Okay. Patriots, that game I called pretty closely. Glad I went with them. I came close to not.
It was Jacksonville. So John, New Orleans got you. So Jordan Love came back. That was the biggest comeback in Lambeau.
Awesome.
18 points in the fourth quarter.
Dude, we needed that.
Needed that, Ben.
I wanted to pick them so bad, but they just See, what's funny is
the Falcons.
Dude,
yeah.
Okay, looking back at the Lions are looking better than I thought because the Lions annihilated the Falcons, but the Falcons were able to beat Green Bay, who was able to beat New Orleans. It never works 1-1 in football.
And John, look who's.
Idea.
Well, yeah. Sorry, John.
I know.
John.
We have a fun one. That's all I really got to say. I think everyone else had it pretty clean. I can't believe I said Raiders. Pittsburgh won, right?
Yeah, of course they did. I couldn't believe you guys voted against that defense.
We needed that.
Yeah, those were the 2 games, Ben. You and me.
I voted against that offense.
It doesn't matter, Matt. You can win 19-16, and Jimmy G's good for an injury once a game.
No, he's good for that final drive.
Dude, not even.
You were right. TJ Watt carried that game.
I
was
told you.
listening to the best podcast. It said McDaniels is a stooge. He's the worst coach in football. I'm saying it now. Go back and watch the fourth quarter. What they had to do to have a chance of winning involved them not kicking a field goal, and they kicked a field goal. Like they signed their own certificate in the fourth quarter of loss.
Yeah, Raiders.
Never pick the Raiders because he's a stooge.
So
it's the best way to explain it. He's not even really part of the game.
So to save a little time here, I just want to hit a couple high points from the week. Ben and Matt, I'll give you a chance here. I just want to, so we can have time to talk about next week.
Finished.
So, is it fair to say that the three worst teams in the league are the Raiders, the Browns, or the Raiders, Bears, and Broncos?
Yeah.
I think the Raiders might be loads better still than the Bears.
And they play this week.
would've-
I am so excited for that
would've,
game.
But I don't
I'm
think.
not.
Go ahead, John.
I think the Raiders have the best roster, but the worst coach.
Yeah, exactly. I would agree.
Who has the
Right, that's
best QB
possible.
in the bunch?
I mean, it has to still be Russ. It
Jimmy.
has to.
That's
I-
not
I
saying
give-
much.
It's guaranteed not Russ.
It's not
Yeah,
Fields.
yeah,
it's
Jimmy
not
then.
Fields.
It's Jimmy.
If you've seen these in Russ recently, you know that he has no life left in the NFL. He's done. He's done.
One quick thing about my team, John. Cowboys beat the Cowboys beat the Giants by 40. Cardinals come back and beat the Giants. Come back and beat the Cardinals. Cardinals beat the Cowboys by 2 scores. Any given Sunday, which is kind of what you were talking about earlier. Matthew, what do you got to say about your week?
About my week, there's a couple things I'm noticing. One of them that's actually kind of fun is last year, week 3, the Colts beat the Chiefs out of nowhere. And now week 3 this year, the Colts have beat the Ravens out of nowhere, and no one could have predicted it. So next,
Except Ben, Matthew.
keep that in mind, everybody.
Except
Oh,
Ben.
Ben picked the Colts.
Ben
picked the
switched it.
Colts.
Ben
That's
switched
right.
it.
I remember that.
What a move by
and
Ben.
I was just excited to see this Patriots offense go up against this Jets defense because it's kind of the same Jets defense, but we have a different offense with a new offense.
How do you feel after a 15-10 win?
I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. I'm just whelmed.
Yeah, it didn't look much better.
The best.
That
It's like a
this whole
heated
Patriots
blanket on like
team.
a spring day. You know, it's not great,
Yeah.
but no one's choosing it. You know?
This Patriots team is just whelming me every week. So
Hey, a win's a
but-
win.
the Pickems league, so I'll take that.
A win's a win.
A win's a win.
Quickly, Giants were. It was 12-17 in the third quarter. That's like what I keep telling myself when I want to be an optimistic Giants fan. But the amount of missed tackles the Giants had is just so absolutely depressing. And the fact that we always abandon the run game whenever we're down by the smallest of scores to me is crazy. Giants need to get better. Good for the Browns. I thought Ford popped off. Watson didn't look like anything special, but just like the Steelers, that defense for the Browns, man, is crazy. I'd argue the 2 best teams. What? You don't think Watson looked great?
Watson had his best outing of his whole Browns career.
He looked he had 82. Had a 82% completion percentage.
Okay, all right, yeah. I mean, you
That's
can.
his entire career.
Okay, all right. Browns
He
are
looked like he's
good.
worth
Browns.
$250 million.
In
Browns.
Billy's defense, the Falcons were also just a hair away.
All right. Either way, Jacksonville and Ravens. Ben, good random pick there. This was a divisional game, so it kind of just gets thrown in the scrap heap. And I think after a few weeks now, I think the Houston quarterback, what's his name? He might be
CJ Stroud, baby.
He might be the best out of that bunch. I want to see him versus Richardson. I'm really excited for that. Those two look great, while Bryce Young is kind of underwhelming.
Although I do love me some Minshew mania.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And they won.
Yeah.
And they won. And then we didn't know if Burrow was playing. If I knew if Burrow was
Yeah.
playing, I think I would have picked him.
I'm pretty stoked. I don't think I would have. Burrow still didn't look healthy, but this team looked good. All
The
of a sudden,
defense.
the Bengals defense came up.
Yep.
Jamar Chase came out of nowhere.
Yep.
T. Higgins dropped every single ball that hit his chest, so Burrow's stats look worse than they should be. Other than that, that's the only takeaways from that game.
And then
I'm so sad Baker couldn't get it, Ben. For the Bucks.
oh,
Yeah, that would have been. huge.
We'll see.
I was hype watching that.
that
game.
one Mike Evans catch was crazy, dude.
That was crazy. You see, Billy, unlike the Giants who give up on the run, the Eagles towards the end, they just go swift choke. Let's go in the middle.
Oh my god,
Swift is great.
he's a beast.
Yeah, no, he's popping off.
He's a beast. He was an Eagles fan his whole childhood.
Yeah, he's from Philly.
And then
Awesome.
Ben, what do you got to say about your week? You had a couple, so you went 1 for 3 in your solo picks. So
Yeah. Honestly, boys, viewers, Because of personal matters, I had a long drive on Sunday. I did not think I was gonna get to see any of these games, but we were driving and like pulled over randomly to like Charleston, West Virginia, which turns out to be like one of the coolest little towns I've ever been to. We like found this sports bar, so I actually got to see like the end of the Browns game, the Colts come back, like the Vikings almost come back. It was a super sick day.
Chargers didn't choke Matthew, by the way. Sorry.
I mean, I said they were gonna win, but they're gonna choke soon.
Okay, keep going, Ben. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was just like I was just thinking about it. Like I knew I had some games that I missed, but I liked picking the games. I like going with my gut, more than like the stats. It was just like fun to watch the teams that I truly wanted to win, pull it off. I'm still glad that I chose the Titans over the Browns because I think it might have spurred Stefanski to like up his game.
Yeah, he saw this. He saw
together.
this and was like, "Yeah, I got to get it together." Yeah, fair.
So like, I want Ben to start picking us again. So I'm gonna go no Browns again this upcoming week, just on principle. But if Deshaun plays well again, I'm back on the wagon for sure.
Well, good for you. It was an interesting week. The top 2 leaders only got 9 games. The 3 bottom dwellers got 10. So with that, final thing, we need to talk about one more game here.
One thing real quick. Why does
yeah.
Why does Kevin Stefanski look so much like Joseph Gromowski, dude? You ever notice that?
He's from Cleveland.
He does.
True, but everyone from bro. I met this
He
dude
looks
playing
a little bit
pickleball.
like your dad.
Bro, I met this dude playing pickleball in Indy who's like from my dad's high school, out of nowhere, small high school, and they talk the exact same. All their clothes are the exact same, like same goofiness. It's like long sleeve green shirt, red normal shirt on top, some blue shorts, and like whatever, some New Balance.
There we
It's
go.
crazy. They cuss a lot. They're loud. It's just like a Cleveland thing.
There you
Cleveland
go.
thing.
Well, that's all it needs to be then, right there, right?
I'm a Nick Chubb. Same people.
So, yeah. So let's just talk about Miami Broncos. So I want to go around the room here, get kind of gauge everyone's opinion. Was the 70-20 game Miami's doing or the Broncos doing? Who is Miami as good as that 70-20 score is, or the Broncos as bad? And so I'll go around the room. Just basically say who was more at fault for that score. Was it the Broncos and their defense giving up a ton of things, or is Miami really becoming this powerhouse that, I mean, Buffalo should be scared? And so I'll start. I think the Broncos are that bad. I think Sean Payton has not done a great job galvanizing this team. I think he tested the football gods when he decided to shit talk Nathaniel Hackett at the beginning of the season. And I think the Dolphins are still a great team, but I really do believe the Bears will beat the Broncos. I think the Broncos might be that bad. Matthew, what do you got?
I don't even want to talk about that Bears Broncos game yet. I've been thinking about it ever since I saw that in before. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
No, what do I say?
It's like the Cardinals.
Just
Remember the Thursday night game last year, Colts Broncos? Remember the score was like 9-9 the whole game?
And then they won 12-9. Yeah. It's rough. I honestly did not watch enough of the game to give a great answer to this question. I do believe, though, just to go off something different than you said, Miami's offense is that good.
Yeah, without Waddle.
Without Waddle. Mike McDaniels is one of the best coaches in the league, and I love that dude. Not to mention their defense with Vic, what's his last name? Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio. Like, with him, I think he has changed that defense around. The Chubb, I think, is the last name I keep hearing.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, the linebacker from the.
Yeah. Or Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb. Sorry.
Yeah. That sounded weird to me. And then I can't remember the other guy.
There's Howard, Xavier
Howard. Yes, Xavier Howard. That was the other guy. Those two players are way better than I ever gave them any credit for.
Yeah, they're good. We have to play them in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta play them twice a year. So.
Yeah, John, what are you going with?
I think a few things. I think the Dolphins Broncos game could have ended 40-10, and that would have been credited completely to the Dolphins. I think the 70-10 was 100% the Broncos
Not trying.
fully losing all hope
Not
of
trying.
any
Just
chance
not
of
trying.
winning.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
so
Yes.
that's what I say on that. But I do think any team that can get 40 points against any team is amazing. And I was listening to a thing and it was saying that like the top 6 fastest plays in the game so
all
far,
from the Dolphins.
all 6 are the Dolphins.
Yep.
Between the running backs, between Tyreek Hill and Waddle. They're the
Fastest
fastest team in the NFL, and it ain't even close.
And then
So it's pretty interesting. McDaniels is like, he's almost creating a complete team in the inverse of a Belichick style team, where Belichick's team is just like this clean, sturdy rock. His team is this little dagger that if you don't stop is going to poke a million holes in you before you even like get your shield up.
I mean,
you know?
yeah,
and it's pretty interesting to watch.
He's built just like the 49ers, if you ask me. I mean, the superstar wide receivers, like the quarterback that's just good enough to get over the hump, even though Tua is a baller. But
yeah, that's the better comparison. But the 49ers are still, to me, they're more of a rock.
Yeah.
You're not going to break them. You can break the Dolphins and win a game. But if you're not careful, they're going to poke so many holes in you, you're going to lose. That's how I feel about it. And you know what? I'm not sure when I say this comment. I don't believe the Dolphins have a top 5 defense right now. I think I could list you 5 defenses I believe in more. So for
they
that
have a top
reason,
10. They have a top 10.
Interesting, easily top 10. But that's my 2 cents on the question.
Ben, what do you got?
This defense might prove itself as 6 by the end of the season, in my opinion. But
yeah, good.
Yeah, I agree with John. I think Bills play the Broncos.
No, Bills play the Dolphins.
So, sorry, I'm saying like Bills played Broncos last week, and maybe it's 35 to 6 or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't think the Dolphins are that much better. I think obviously it's a perfect storm. Like,
Ben,
one team scoring 70 points, like,
and then another team giving up completely. No,
it's just
and Ben, just to jump off your point, look at how the Bills beat Washington. It was like 27-3. You know what I'm saying? Where like the team just was better, but they didn't give up. But this game, like what you're saying, the Broncos then said you can score another 30.
We're done.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think they're Bills score 30 against them. I don't think they're 40 points better than the fucking Bills. I just think that like, yeah, it's just like one of those games, one of those things that happen. I think the Broncos are like my least favorite team in the league for sure right now. Like I'd do anything but watch a Broncos game.
Well, with that, let's just for time's sake here, let's jump into week 4. So as usual, John will start. We'll go through. Feel free to say what you want to say, but obviously there's some we can move through quicker. This is a great Thursday night game. I'm actually bummed. I'm going to a concert Thursday night. I would love to watch this game. John, who you got? Just a small indie band.
I'm pretty excited about this game too. I think could go either way, but I'm gonna take Lions just because all the assumptions I made last week were wrong, and due to what I said at the beginning of the podcast, they're a little better than I was giving them credit.
I like it. Matt, who you got?
I'm going Lions. Packers had a great comeback last week with all those hurt players, but I just think these Lions are going to win the division.
Yeah, I like the Lions too. Ben, who you got?
Let's go Lions. Yeah, Green Bay. Green Bay.
Taking the pack.
Detroit Green Bay Packers.
Might be a deadly solo pick, Ben.
Well, the only thing is, so Ben will get a solo pick, but Charlie still gets to put in his picks. So the way we're going to do it now, because we're doing it a day early, these will be solo picks even if Charlie does pick it. We just don't know now. And then Charlie gets no solo picks because...
I like that.
So Ben, looping around here, Jacksonville, Atlanta. Jacksonville coming off a big loss and Atlanta coming off a loss. Both lost to, only Jacksonville had a divisional opponent loss. But who you taking?
I want Jacksonville to be good. I want Trevor Lawrence to be good. I'm going to go with them. I'd like to see them win.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take them. The thing here, I just want to say, Arthur Smith, I think, is another piece that holds this team back. I just don't know how much I believe in him as a coach. But, the Falcons have a lot of weapons, but Jacksonville, I think Jacksonville will come out with the win here. John, who you got? Or Matt, sorry.
I might say Falcons. Jackson. I personally, if Doug Peterson was a great head coach, he'd still be in Philly. And I'm just not sure with them after their last couple games.
I just want to say to you, Matthew, Carson Wentz was such a cancer in the locker room. The Jets won't even call him. And that's what Doug Peterson
I
had to
mean,
deal with.
He was having an MVP season.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Yep, you got Falcons. John?
I want Jags.
Yeah, John just saw.
Nice match.
John, Buffalo, Miami. Here you go. Who
Dude,
you
I'm glad I
taking?
get to start with this. I think,
I'm so
called
excited.
when I called it a while ago. Well, maybe I didn't call it fully yet, but I said the order of the division would be Dolphins, Bills. Oh, I know. I said Dolphins, Jets. I'd take it back. I called the Dolphins winning. The
Yep,
division, and
that's
they
a
will
good
win the
take.
division. But I am going to be saying the Buffalo Bills. I think Superman is going to put on his cape, and I think no matter what they do, that defense is not going to stop Josh Allen, and it's going to be a close game, field goal game. I think Josh Allen's going to will this victory because.
Fuck you, John. I
Because,
wanted this solo pick
this is
so
Superman,
bad.
This is Superman versus Lex Luthor, the ultimate strategist and all of his toys and gadgets versus Superman. So I'm going Bills.
Matt, who you got?
Dolphins.
I knew it. John and Matthew making some plays here to move around. I'm going Buffalo, man. You just can't. It's a division game. I think the Dolphins literally look in the toilet and go, that doesn't smell. And Buffalo, they're playing in Buffalo, dude. If I was not a Giants fan, I would be a Buffalo Bills fan. Like, that is my other favorite team. I still love the Giants more than anything on the whole goddamn freaking planet. It's a curse. It's miserable. Don't do it for anyone listening. If you're getting new to football, there are 2 teams you should watch, 4 teams you should watch. The Bills, the Dolphins, the Niners, and the Chiefs. You will have fun for the next 10 years if you are a fan.
The Eagles.
And the Eagles.
And the Eagles.
Maybe.
The Eagles, I think it might be my favorite of the 5. I am really enjoying the Eagles this year.
Oh, man, John, that breaks my
Sorry,
heart.
Billy.
But
I
I'm
know
going
it
going
does.
Buffalo. Ben, who you got? Don't give Matt a solo pick.
I
Don't
just want to
give
say, and I'm sorry that I keep going off track here. There's like this fall candle right next to me, and you guys talking. I just feel like I'm in your dad's house right now.
Oh,
Something
da-
about it. Pretty amazing. It's a great feeling. Anyway,
don't give Matt
Yeah.
a solo pick here. Don't do it.
oh wow.
You're gonna give him a solo
You don't
pick on the
get-
Dolphins? If you
I
do,
do
I
think-
will go back and switch. I won't let Matt get those 2 points.
No, I do
No,
think
stop. What?
I'm gonna go
Keep the Bills.
Dolphins. I'm gonna go Dolphins. I think the Bills are gonna beat them when it matters. I think the Dolphins are winning this week.
I'm pretty sure
Ben,
he beat the Bills last season and then almost beat him again with Skylar Thompson.
I like it, Matt.
He's about to outcoach McDermott.
I like it. Ben, here
Anything
you
but the
go.
Broncos. Anything but the Broncos. It's pretty easy for me personally.
Going Bears.
I'm an Ohio State guy.
All right, I'm going. I thought about it a little more. I am going Broncos. So the Bears are bad from top to bottom. Their wide receivers don't try. The coach and the GM are not proven. Russell Wilson has gone to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, and Sean Payton has won a Super Bowl. They have to be able to beat the Browns. They have to be able to beat the Browns. They have to
Bears.
be the Bears.
Bears.
They have to be able to beat the Bears. I'm so tired. All right, Matt, who you got?
I'm
Come on,
gonna
baby.
Bears.
Bears. Oh man, give me the solo pick. Let Broncos country.
I can't
That's
do it.
right. You taking Broncos?
I said last week, never pick those Broncos, but to Billy's point, I have to say the
The
Broncos
Bears.
are
There's
gonna win
nothing
this.
about them, dude. Watch the highlights of Justin Fields versus the Bucs defense. Like he
It's
really
bad.
has no idea what he's doing. He has no idea. And then he goes into a press conference and says, "Yeah, coaching sucks." It's just not good there. All right, John, jumping in. Browns, Ravens. God, the NFC North.
Browns.
Matt, who you got?
Ravens.
Wow, Matt, one of us is clearly going to be first and second. Up this
Yeah, you guys are going
Yeah,
back
look at
and
all
forth.
these
Look at this. You guys are
defenses.
trading blow. You guys have only
Yeah.
agreed on one game. Oh, this weekend I am so excited for football. I'm gonna sit
It's
my
gonna be a
little.
wild weekend.
I'm gonna sit my sweet ass down on that couch, light that sweet ass candle, drink a bunch of beer, eat a bunch of shit food, and see who's in first. And it's gonna be me. No, I'm just kidding.
After week two, I was not excited for the whole season. Week 3 completely switched me around.
Yeah, that's how
So
football works,
again,
baby. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I gotta go Ravens here. I like Lamar too much. I like Lamar. I don't. I that could be my switch, Ben. I'm putting you in for the Ravens, right?
Yep. On principle, I have to. The Browns are gonna win this week, guys. Deshaun
John gets a
talked to
solo
Nick Chubb in the
pick.
hospital. Something changed with him. He was talking about that conversation. He changed. He looked different coming up the.
John,
I've been in on the
John-
Browns all year, and they have not disappointed.
John,
yet.
just so you know, you're gonna lose this pick. I'm gonna switch that, but.
Yeah, you should go look at the Ravens injury list.
Okay, jump in here, Ben. Who do you got? Titans, Bengals.
Oh wow, I hate the Titans.
Yeah, gotta go Bengals. Yeah, I'm going Bengals. Are we all going Bengals? Titans looked like an absolute horror show last
Yeah,
week.
Yeah, I'm
easy.
saying Bengals.
Okay, funny enough, last week there were quite a few picks that we had across the board that we all lost, right? That was kinda
Yeah,
fun.
so last week,
Bengals were one of
yep,
them.
and then
Browns.
Bengals were one. I think it was Bengals and
Jacksonville.
Rams.
Jacksonville.
Yep, Jacksonville. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, right here. Yeah, we had 3 that we
Yeah, that means when it's across the board, think about it for a minute.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, I'm going Bengals.
I'm
John,
pretty confident.
John, Indianapolis Colts, Rams.
I want the Rams.
That's the safer pick, but I think this is like one where you could sneak the Colts in and get some points. Matt, who do you got?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna say Rams. I'm still going Rams.
I think I'm gonna take Colts here. I'm starting to like what Indianapolis is doing. I think I'm gonna take Colts.
If they win this week, they're gonna prove some stuff to me. They
Yeah.
do.
Agreed.
Ben, who you got?
I'm gonna go Rams, but I like the Colts.
Oh, I'll take that. I will take that
Yeah,
solo
that's a
pick.
solo.
I'll that
They're good
one
on
to
those
me.
solos.
Tampa Bay Saints with probably no Derek Carr. Jameis Winston coming out from the grave.
James.
awful. He's
um,
awful.
James?
Yeah,
Jameis,
I'm
you
the-
face him.
He looked horrible when he started for the Saints.
Nah, yeah, Jameis is
the
not.
Packers come back. He looked terrible.
You know what's kind of weird is I like my picks. In my gut, I feel like I may lose every game so far. I'm going with the Saints. And if I have to lose every game so that the Browns win, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm going Saints. We're going to be happy about watching that game.
Yeah, I'm taking the
We'll break
Bucks
it.
here. I'm taking the Bucks. I know it's the Eagles, man. They're still a pretty good team this year. They remind me of the Giants last year. They're competitive. Matt, who you got?
What do you mean they remind you of the Giants last year? They remind me of the Eagles last year.
No, the Bucks. No, the Bucks aren't gonna.
Oh, the Bucks. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Eagles. Sorry.
No,
I
no,
thought-
no, no. The Bucks aren't gonna
Alright.
beat good teams, but they'll beat bad teams. That's what they remind
Fair.
me
The
of.
Bucks do remind me of the Giants last year. That is a good, fair comment. Yeah, I'm going Bucks.
John.
This is so tough, dude. You know why? Few reasons. The turnover battle, we know the Bucks win the turnover battle here. We know it. Jameis is good for 2 picks. But for some reason, the goddamn Saints own the Bucks. The same way Texans
John's so
Ooh.
true.
own Jaguars.
Same way
So
the
I'm going
Dallas
Saints.
Cowboys own the
I don't
Giants.
like it, but I'm going Saints. Sorry, Ben, for taking your solo. I
want you to join me.
think we have a close game. I think we have a fucking field goal to finish it off. And Jameis loves his revenge games against that team too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I like it. So we all learned that the Commanders are not the team we all thought they were last week. Buffalo
Yeah,
put them
too
back in their
bad.
place. Are we all taking Eagles here just for time's sake?
Yes.
Yeah. But the Commanders were the team to beat the Eagles the first time last season. I think they're.
I'm gonna throw
Eight, one or
Commanders in.
something.
You're going.
I'm gonna do one of those things.
All
One
right.
of those things.
Ben's taking a second solo pick. It almost makes sense when you get one, take a couple because then you can hit on a few.
Yeah.
Panthers, Vikings. Again, just for time's sake, are we
Vikings
Oh.
get their first win.
all feeling Vikings here?
Vikings.
Yeah,
I
Dalton.
Yeah,
don't know when
sadly-
they had that last game in the back. I was so excited watching that.
I knew
My
the
brother
Chargers
told
were.
me such a good story. I was staring at the TV and I couldn't actually watch the last play. That's my story of the week. Okay.
Steelers, Texans, John.
Gotta be the Steelers, I think.
The reason it's the Steelers every week for me is just because of the defense. Matt, who you got?
Yeah. Steelers. TJ Watt
Is
gonna
yeah, and Mike Tomlin's got that defense cooking. Ben, who you taking?
Give me another one, Billy. Give me a solo.
I've been waiting
Ben
for
may-
someone to do this. Yeah, Ben's playing slapjack. Ben, who you got here? Chargers or Raiders?
Oh, the Chargers for sure.
Are we all taking Chargers?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
all right,
a
Ben.
stooge.
Ben, there's your change if you want to switch it.
Wait,
Matt,
wait.
John, who you doing? Dallas or Patriots?
It's got to be Dallas. They might not look great every week, but I think they're going to this game with serious competition mindset.
Matt, who you got?
I'm saying Dallas because our offensive line doesn't look great, and Micah Parsons is scary.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna say Patriots till you talked about that offensive line.
It's not great.
Make this one across the board too, Billy. Just make it easy.
Yeah, all right. We all taking. Yeah, I hate to say it. This might be my switch. I need to think on this
Yeah, no, I hate
because
to say it.
here's the thing
Really
too.
wanna
The
say it.
Patriots
We could
defense
win. We could win.
the Patriots-
It's good.
is good, and we learned how to beat the Cowboys last week. The Cardinals taught us run the ball and run it away from Micah Parsons. If you watch the highlights, if Micah Parsons lined up on the left, Josh Dobbs looked back and went, run that way. And then Josh Dobbs would run to the right. And then they won the game because, of
Did
course,
you guys watch that game?
yes, of course,
How
when
was he, Josh Dobbs?
Josh Dobbs was a killer, James Conner was a killer, and Dak Prescott did the most Dak Prescottian thing of all time, which is throwing a
He's
pick
terrible
into triple
quarterback.
coverage in the red zone. That is as Dak Prescott as Dak Prescott is. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone thinks this offense is good when the defense is getting scoop and scores and pick sixes. I think they had scored like 55 points, and like 10 of those points were from the offense, and the rest was from the defense. But either way, I might switch it. Ben, San Fran, Arizona. Is this another easy one for us here? We all gonna go San Fran?
Yeah.
Although Arizona is without a doubt better than the Bears and the Broncos.
Yes. You take Arizona and put them against the Bears, Broncos, or Raiders. They win that game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I could see that.
Yep. They're like the bottom of the tier 12 teams. They're not
Yep.
tier 13.
Sadly, here another
Fair,
easy
13
one.
teams.
We all going Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad.
Although-
Justin Herbert isn't there.
Although theory, and I do believe this to be true,
Simeon.
Taylor's just dating Travis Kelce. So then when the Super Bowl comes and they're playing the Eagles again, she can break up with him and get in his head because she's from Philly and she's an Eagles fan at heart. We all know it. She is
Whoa.
I don't think the Eagles and Chiefs
gonna happen, and then
repeat.
she's
Yeah,
gonna go
me
out
neither,
with
John.
Kelce.
I think.
I like it though, Matt.
I
I
think-
like it.
Yeah. All right. To close out
I
the
like it.
week, my G-men, this is a must-win game for the Giants if they want to be competitive this year because the Seahawks will be in the playoff race as well, and if you can have the tiebreaker, it helps. Ben, who you got?
I love Gino, but I'm going Giants.
I like it.
Going Giants.
We're getting Saquon back, baby. That's not for sure yet. Not for sure. But I'm thinking we're getting our left tackle and our left guard back. I'm going Giants. It's a gotta win. Brian Dable, your coach of the year. Show me something, big guy. Matt, who you got?
Niners.
You mean Seahawks?
Oh yeah, Seahawks. Yeah.
This is if John picks it, Matt,
Yeah,
you are
they would win.
you are
They
making
would
your points off of solo picks against the Giants. John, who you got?
Giants.
Loose.
Matt gets a solo
Good
pick for the
Matt.
Seahawks.
We all have solo.
I remember this game in London last year.
John, we lost to the Seahawks last year. We beat the Packers. Seahawks beat us last year 24-10 or something. In Seattle.
So
Now
what?
we're in New York this year.
I totally thought they were the Packers in that London game.
Yeah. Do you want to switch it? You can.
No.
All right. I'm going to go through each week here. John, you get no changes. You're locked.
Locked.
Matt, you get one. Ben, you and me are tied, so we each only get one as well. So once we
Like
make
that.
our change, you make your change. Detroit, Green Bay.
Mhm.
Atlanta against Jacksonville.
You know, I'm tempted to change this one, but for the solo pick and the sake that I don't know how Jacksonville's going to stop Bijan and Algier, let's just go for it.
Okay. Miami, Buffalo. We're split 2-2 here. The toilet bowl of week 4. One of them has to have a winning. If they tie, we all get 5 points. It just
I agree.
Oh,
I
gosh,
agree.
fine. I like that.
I like
But
that too.
Can I put a 0.5 here? I don't know for sure. There's one other game I feel I might want to change. Can I go back if I don't change the yellow?
Nope.
What if I ask nicely?
Nope. Once I move down the line, it's cemented. You're highlighted here. You go in. You can take the Broncos. You're gonna give Matthew another solo pick on the Bears. No, we should do that. Matt should have to take a solo pick on the Bears because he gets a solo pick with Seattle. Though it's
Okay, you guys can help me. I'm in, but I feel I'm Cardinals 49ers is the one game that I might change. over this.
you should change
Yeah,
that
it's
one.
another solo, but also something
You should
about them
change that
seems
one.
Really?
As a guy in third place trying to stay in at least third, you should definitely change the Cardinals game.
The giggle you had after he's.
Ben, just before
Let's do
make the
Joey
change-
Bosa
Ben,
versus
Ben,
Josh Dobbs.
just-
I like it.
Just before you make that second change, you talked about the ladder. Brock Purdy has never lost a game in his football career. I do not believe his first loss is coming to the Cardinals.
They are riding high.
I do believe he
He's
played
never even shown a
last season, but like I didn't remember that last season. I heard someone,
Agreed.
yeah, I don't remember that last season, but someone told me that, and I was like, really? And
Yeah.
you lost, so like technically you lost one, but like I don't.
John, where did you come visit me? Your last plane flight, or was that where were
Chicago.
we? We were. And
Chicago.
Where did I stay before I came to help you move out in
Arizona.
LA? Where was that? Bill, you know what to do.
Arizona.
You changing
He wants the
it?
cards.
All right.
He wants his cards.
Feel really freaking good.
I like.
Josh Dobbs.
Ben's taking another solo pick. Matthew, as I look through, and the funny thing about Ben is all of his solo picks are also his changes too. So,
I'm a math guy.
I think Matthew, I think I'm good. I don't think there's any games I'm gonna change.
I'm only changing to the Patriots if you are, because I don't want you to get a solo Patriots
No, nope, I won't do
win.
that.
But if we all get an L there, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
I'll keep
All
right.
right. Closing thoughts, John. Any closing thoughts here before we close this one out?
Nope, feeling pretty good.
Feeling you'll be in first after this week. You and Matthew have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys have
Oh, no.
6.
games.
So you guys should
6
just
games.
die. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big one. This is
Unless
gonna
you
be a
guys
big-
go 3 and 3.
Yeah.
like I said before this podcast started, I hate this week. I saw these games and I was just like, I hate this week. I mean, it's gonna be a great week of football to watch. It's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be
so excited.
How do you
This is a
predict
fun one.
any of these? In my opinion, these are tough.
The only thing I'm scared with mine is I really don't have any upsets. My only upsets is maybe the G-Men, but I think they can win it. So I don't even know if
That's an upset.
maybe the,
It's an upset.
Maybe the Browns, but I don't know. I don't even know if that's considered an upset right now. Maybe the Saints. That might be my biggest upset pick.
Billy, you should switch a game. You should switch to the Browns. Take away John's solo, and the Browns are I'm sure gonna win anyway. They're playing really good. Their defense is
I'll
top
get
3 in the league. Baltimore.
I don't know. Lamar, to me, I'm gonna ride with Lamar one more week.
I think
Yeah.
actually my most nervous pick is the Bills over the Finns. That's my most nervous.
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, that's a tough
Yeah.
one. John,
Yeah,
you can
I'm-
switch or you can't switch. You're locked.
I wouldn't
I'm
anyway.
nervous with that game too. The
How-
Broncos Bears.
How is this the 8:00 game and it wasn't flexed with this? Like what?
don't know.
Like we're gonna watch. We're gonna
Rodgers
wait
was
all
supposed
night to watch.
The Chiefs have a lot of fingers in a lot of people's pudding, and now with the Taylor Swift thing, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and
Just-
and
it's
New
another
York
reason to hate
Jets,
him.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, just another reason to hate him.
I would love it if the Jets somehow won this game. Like it would just be funny to see it happen.
Yeah, I would
Poor
be.
Zach Wilson. I don't think Zach Wilson can win a football
Well,
game.
yeah.
Trevor Simeon.
So Ben and Matt, do you have any closing thoughts? And we'll discuss the Jets and we'll close it here.
Ben, you can go first.
Yeah, Ben, you got 4 solo picks.
Closing thoughts. Candle.
The can.
Making me love you guys a little more.
We love you
right
too,
now.
Ben.
That's my closing thought.
That's a good
That's
one.
about it.
That's a good
No
one.
more football.
It's like embarrassing. I'm tied with you, but that's fine. Just kidding.
My
Because
closing
I had to go
thoughts.
to you or what?
My closing thoughts for some reason this year is just like I had a lot more hype with the Patriots coming into the season. We've had a tough schedule. I just need this offense to prove itself. And it proved itself week 1 to me, but then the last 2 weeks it's been like, what are we up to? And take it, we have 2 really good defenses, so there's still a chance we can be good. But this is an elite defense we're playing, so I'm not positive.
The Giants, closing for me, the Giants have to win. We have to play the Bills and the Dolphins the 2 weeks after. And if you're 1-5 going into week 6, like that's a tough schedule to come back from. The Giants got screwed. When you go to the playoffs and then you get your schedule for the next year, you have tougher divisional opponents, like in the sense of you're playing the NFC, you're playing 2 NFC South teams instead of the Cardinals, or I don't know how to explain it, but like you have to play tougher teams. Like your schedule. I actually don't know how the science works, but either way, if the Giants don't win, that's gonna be a real problem for this season. So we'll see. But on that note, everyone for watching and listening, thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed. A little bit of a quicker episode this week. We'll have Charlie back next week for week 5. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.